The biggest thing with beginners and kids is to do a lot of repetition. It's okay if they parrot you. If they parrot you throughout the whole lesson, that's totally okay. It's amazing that we're helping people around the world learn a skill that's going to be useful for them for their entire lives. That's part of the reason I love this job so much. Hi, I'm Teacher Nikki, and today I want to talk to you guys about alphabet activities with alphabet cards. And I'm an ESL teacher, so if you're teaching ESL students, that's who this is geared towards. However, of course, it could be applied to native speakers who are in preschool or kindergarten as well. First, let's talk about using a whiteboard, and we're going to talk about using vocabulary cards. So it's really good if you have magnetic letters because they're really flexible, easy to use, and if you're in person, you can manipulate these as well. Now, I'm an online teacher, so I am going to be using all of this online. The first thing you're going to want to do is teach the letter name, and I'll show you guys step by step what I do, okay? B. B. Good. P. P. Next, I'm going to show the sound with an easy word, and I'm going to add some pictures. And I try to use one-syllable words since they're beginners. Now I'm going to use this card just because I don't want to have to keep taking the B and the P off. That's why it's good to have both the letters and the card. So now I'm going to say B sounds like B. 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 Air. Bear. B. B. Air. Bear. Yes, good job. And then I'll teach them the same thing with P. So I'll have P sounds like P. P. Pig. 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 Okay, so now we're giving them the foundation. You probably are going to do this more than I'm doing. I'm just showing you guys as an example. So I would probably practice the name 3 times and the sound 3 times. So I would say B, 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 until they seem to get it, and then B, 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 until they seem to get it. Once you do this, you can practice some other B words. And you're also going to be practicing them all at the same time, so I wouldn't intermix them. I would do all of the B teaching, then all of the P teaching, but eventually what you're going to do is like a sort and practice to make sure that they can differentiate between the two. Okay? So first, let's add some words. Okay, so now we have some more pictures, and we're going to practice all 3 of these. So we'll say bear, bee, banana. And what you can do once you teach all of these is you're going to want to see if they can remember. So then you would take them all off and you'll see if they can at least say if it's B or P. They don't have to know the word, but at least now you've taught them. You want to make sure you practice thoroughly. So one thing you can do is test their recall. So when you teach bear, you can point to it and say, like, what is it? You don't have to say what is it with your ESL students because that might confuse them. So just kind of show that you're asking them, and see if they can recall it throughout the practice. Then once they can recall all 3 of these, then you're going to see if they can intermix. So of course you want to teach all 3 of these as well to see if they can match it with B or P. So what we're going to do is we'll take all of these off. pig? Is it B or P? B or P? And you want to use the least amount of language as possible. And then you can show them if they don't get it. Pig, but pig, no. Pig, yes. And just keep teaching them until they get it. And even if they don't get it, that's okay. You can do all of it and then try again. So you're going to keep doing this activity until they get all of them up on here. Okay? Another activity you could do instead of having the letters is you could have like a sorting sheet. So this might be a little bit more clear what they have to do. So bear, yes or no. And you could say yes or no, like this. And you just add it on there. Pig, pig, yes or no? No. So that's the whole point of doing those sorts, to see if they can recall and if they're understanding the sound of it. So you're testing their listening as well. Another activity you can do is have them practice writing. So if you're an online teacher as well, you can have them write on the screen or type in a chat box. Or if they don't have that option, write it on paper and get your own paper to show what they're supposed to do. So if I'm going to teach them, I would say, write pig. P. I. G. Write pig. And if they can't, then you can still continue to show them. Don't give up on students if they don't get it the first time. I would say try 3 to 5 times and then you can move on. And if they can't do it on the computer, this is great. It's a great thing to do is to actually handwrite, because that helps them remember. Handwriting helps people remember more than typing on the screen on the computer, which is what research has shown. So definitely a good thing to do it by hand if they can't do it by the computer. Another thing you can do is syllable counting. So this could be an activity where you can say pig, bear, penguin, banana. So all of those things are really useful and helpful in terms of learning the sounds, the phonics, the pronunciation, the writing, the listening, and maybe even reading if they're more advanced enough to do that. Also, speaking. So you want them to say the word as well. So you could practice it by showing them and see if they remember. So then they'll speak. If you want to extend with more advanced students, you can have them say a sentence or ask a question. What colors do you see? The penguin is, and then see if they can fill in the blank. The penguin is black. The penguin is white. The biggest thing with beginners and kids is to do a lot of repetition. It's okay if they parrot you. If they parrot you throughout the whole lesson, that's totally okay. In order to get them past the parroting eventually, make sure you're using a lot of TPR, total physical response, which is going to be a video coming up very soon, unless I've posted it already. I'm not 100% sure of the order I'm going to go, but I will link it once the video is posted. And then also you want to do a lot of practice in terms of seeing if they can recall the word and making sure that by the end of the lesson that they have met the objectives, or at least as many objectives as possible. Every child is different, so you never know if they could be more advanced or they might need more support. But in any case, keep smiling, keep your patience, and remember that they are just in the beginning stages of their English language learning journey. So be so excited and happy to help them on this path, because it's amazing that we're helping people around the world learn a skill that's going to be useful for them for their entire lives. That's part of the reason I love this job so much. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you guys have any other activities that you do with alphabet cards, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye!